So all of you can see my screen which says auto list. So today's topic will be on how to use list. First, let's understand what is this list, and then what we'll do is we'll start using how this list actually works. List means a list of names, or it can be product, or it can be list of say month. Fine. So what will happen when I'm actually creating some reports? Let's say, for example, I want to create a report for this monthly report, say Jan, Feb, March, something like this. So instead of typing this, what we can do is we have an option called as auto list, the list which is generated automatically. So what is this? Let me type Jan and I will drag this. See, I'm getting this Jan, Feb, March, April. I can drag till December. After that, if I drag, what will happen is it will again repeat. Fine. I want the full name, say January. Now let me drag it. So I'll get a full name. Next, I have this week. Let's say I'm creating some weekly report. I'll say Sunday. Let me drag this. See, I'm getting this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. If I want, I can type a full name and I can drag. Let's say I want to print, or say I need a list of quarters. Say QTR1 and I will drag this. See, I'm getting quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. And again start with quarter 1 and again it goes on. Let's say I want to create a unique product list. Say product and I'll say 1. Let me drag this. See, I'm getting a unique name. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes on. How does it actually work? This thing, what we have done now, is called as auto list. Auto list means automatically the list is created. How? When I'm actually dragging it down. Now, if you see here, I have a box here, a small box, which we call it as fill handle. We call it as fill handle. Fill handle. So what this will do when I'm dragging, it will fill the series what I'm dragging. Let's take one more example here. Usually we create some serial numbers. Let's say 1 and I'm dragging this. I'm getting just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But what I need is say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a serial number. So what I'll do, I'll say 1 and I'll type 2. Now I'll select these two. I'll select these two cells and I'm dragging it down. See, I'm getting the serial number. How does this work? Let me just type once again, say 1 and I'll say 5 instead of 2. So what it will actually do is it will take this value, that is when I'm selecting these two, it will take this value, it will subtract with the previous value, that is the first value, and then it will give me the next number. Say 1, 5. Say 5 minus 1 will give me 4. The next number will be 5 plus 4. So if I drag, it will become 9. So when I'm dragging this, see, it will have a series of 4 like this. Say 1, 5, 9, 13. So it is adding 4. That means in this case, what it is doing is it's trying to subtract 2 minus 1 and I'm getting 1. So next number will be 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1 like that. So if you see here, this is called as fill handle. So what you see this box, sometimes you'll be able to drag the fill handle. I'll tell you why it happens. Sometimes the option what we have here, say fill handle, this will be disabled. How? Let's say I'll go to this file and here I have this option, and then if I go here, say here, go to this advanced, here it says enable fill handle cell drag and drop. If this is disabled, and I'll say okay, see, now I cannot drag it. This cannot be dragged. That means, can you see that the arrow will actually get changed here? See, it is not changing here to drag. Let me go here, file, okay, options, and say advanced. Here I'll say enable fill handle and say okay. See, now I can drag. Can you see the cursor? It will get changed. So whatever we did here, this was an inbuilt list. That means auto list. Automatically, it will create the list. Suppose I want to create my own list. Not always I can depend on this auto list. So what will happen, say I want to create my own product list or say employee list. What we'll do is we'll go to this custom list and we'll see how to create this custom list. First, what we'll do, we'll see how to create the serial number. Let me just clear this. We saw one example of creating a serial number. Let's say 1, 2, and I dragged it. This is because it is doing some calculation and it is giving me the result. But same thing will not happen with the alphabets. Let's say I want the alphabets. I'll go here. Let me just type A, and if I drag this, see, I'm getting A continuously. Even if I type B here, and if I drag this, I'll not get the desired result what I want. Say A, B, again just continue with A, B, because it is not a calculated value. This is the text or say alphabets which will not be calculated. So how to get this alphabets? So what we'll do is, first you have to create once manually, just once you have to create this manually. Then what I'll do is, let me select the whole text here. So how to select that? So what I can do, I can select the first cell and I can use Control Shift and down arrow. If I use Control Shift down arrow, so what will happen, it will select till here. So I'll show you once again. If I use Shift and if I use down arrow, it will select cell by cell. If I use Control and the down arrow, it will move down. Simultaneously, if I use Shift and Control and down arrow, it will move as well as select. Now I selected the complete list here. I'll say File, then say Option, and then here I'll go to Advanced. Scroll down. Here I'll get something called as Edit Custom List. Let me click on this Edit Custom List. I'll get one dialog box like this. Let's understand this dialog box. Few minutes back we saw this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Can you see that? This is actually the auto list which is inbuilt while I install my MS Office. Say if you can see here, say add and delete are disabled. See, but if you go to this Infosys Wipro or something, this is what I have created. That is the custom list. See, this I can delete. Let's say I'll delete this. I can delete this. This one also I can delete. But if you see these things which are inbuilt, that cannot be deleted. Now I selected this range, that is the alphabet range, and that will get enabled here. So what I'll do, I'll say import the selected range, whatever values are there, that will get imported here. Along with that, a list is created here. Now let me say OK and say OK. Now if I go here, let me say A, and if I drag this, see, now I'll get the list because I've already created a list here. Fine. Let's take one more example. Here I have this country list. I have a list of all the countries here, almost some 266 country names are there. So I'm creating some reports. So what I'll do is I'll try to create a list, that is country list. Let me select this. If you're not selecting also, there is no problem. Say for example, we saw how to create a list by selecting. Now I'll show you how to create a list without selecting. See, I'll not select this. I'll go to this file and I'll say options, and here I'll say advanced, and I'll scroll down. I'll go to this edit custom list. See, here I am not selected. So don't worry about that. If you're not selected and you have reached this dialog box, go and select this. This is called as a range picker. What this will do, it will pick the range. Click here and then select the first cell, and again Control Shift down arrow. It will select the whole range. It will come here, then say import. It will get imported here. Now I'll say OK. Say OK. This is very simple one for creating a list. Now let me just take any of the names in this. Let's say I'll take this Africa. I'll just type Africa here, and then I will start dragging. See, I'll get the names here. The complete list will be created, but there is one disadvantage here. I'll show you what is that. Let me take this Afghanistan and I'll paste it here, and I'll try to drag it. When I'm dragging, see, I'll drag it. Let me just keep dragging it. Let me stop here. Scroll up. Yes. Can you see this? After this New Zealand, again Afghanistan started. So you should keep in mind there is a limit for this. Yesterday we were discussing about the limits in our number of columns and number of rows. Similarly, for this list we have some limit, that is this can have 172 list in items in this list. See, 172 is the maximum number of items which it can have in the list. See, after that what will happen, it will stop and again it will create the list from beginning. So keep in mind there is a limit for this, so you cannot increase this because this is inbuilt option what we have. So you cannot create more than 172. So if you have any list, make sure that it will be within 172 only. Okay, fine. Now you might have a doubt thinking that why should we actually create this list? I can just copy and paste. Instead of creating this list, I can go here, copy this, and I can paste it somewhere. Yes, what you're thinking is right, but what will happen is every time I cannot go and keep on checking this list and keep on pasting it. So instead, what I'll do is I'll create this list in the edit custom list, and what I'll do is I'll keep it aside. Now, whenever I want, let's say for example, I'll open a new file. The file which I had created, that list is closed. Now I'll go here, just type that name, let's say Africa. That's it. In any other new file, see, I can get these names. So you don't have to bother that I have to open the file which has got the list, copy and paste. This is the advantage. This list will be available in my Excel until unless I delete it. Let's go here. We'll see how to delete that. Say file, and I'll say options, go to advanced, and then scroll down. Here I have this edit custom list. I'll select this and I'll say delete. See, the list got deleted. I'll say okay, fine. Now if I try to create a list using say Africa, and now if I drag this, see, I'll not get the list because I have deleted the existing list. Okay, fine. Next, one more way of creating this list is say file, option, advanced, scroll down, say edit custom list. I can type directly here. Let's say Apple. Okay, I'll say add. See, it will get added here. So you don't have to import. Import is used when you're trying to import the list from Excel sheet. I can directly type here, but this should be entered like this, or you can use this comma separator also like this. This is also fine. This way also you can enter. When I say add, it's already added there, and I'll say okay. Say okay. And if I go here and if I say Apple, and if I drag this, see, you get the list here. Okay, so this is how you can actually use the list. The list is very important when you're actually creating reports. That is the similar kind of reports. Say on daily basis I might get reports, on weekly basis I might get reports, or monthly wise I might get the reports. But when I'm actually having the similar kind of list, I can use this custom list. So sometimes what will happen, this HR will have a list of people. So every time they cannot go and keep on pasting it, or say they cannot keep on typing the list of names. They can just drag it and they can utilize this option. Sometimes what will happen in manufacturing companies, they'll have a list of products wherein it will be like very difficult to remember also, or to type. In that case, we can create a list and we can keep it and then drag it. So auto list means the list which we already have inbuilt in my Excel, and then custom list is the one what I create for my requirement. Okay, fine. Next thing is, suppose I have created one list. Now I'm sending this file to another person through mail, or say through any other devices. Don't think that the list is actually transferred. The list is actually within your application. The list is not transferred along with the file, because the list what we create is for the application, not for the file. So this also you should keep in mind. Don't assume that I have created one list, so if I'm sending this file, so the list also will be transferred along with this. It is not like that. The list is created for the application what I'm actually creating, that is for my application in my system, it will be saved. Okay, fine. So any doubts in this? You guys can unmute and ask me doubts, and if there is no doubt, I'll move on to the next chapter. You guys can unmute and you can ask me.
Sir, how many different kinds of list can
Address me your name. So
Hello?
Hello.
Preetham speaking here.
Pritam, tell me.
How many different kinds of lists can be done? There is a limitation in number of lists can be done.
There is no limits for creating number of lists, but there is a limit in adding the items in the list.
Okay.
Okay, and one more thing, good that you asked this question. See, lists are actually created for the text, not for the numbers. If I say,
Okay.
what I was trying to tell is, see, I have this number. So if you try to create this, so what will happen is, for this number, there is no need of creating a list because this is calculated when I'm dragging it. Okay, but usually what we do, we have a kind of say list of products or say names or any other things which we require the additional option for creating a list. For numbers it's not required. Okay, any other questions?
Okay.
Any other questions? Feel free, guys, please. Even if it is silly doubt, no problem.
Yeah, I have one question. Actually, I just missed out on the first one. How did you open the template basically? Auto, because the internet got stuck.
Okay, what template you're talking? The file what I opened here?
Yes,
Okay.
I was able to
Mhm.
access everything, but I couldn't see the path.
Okay, so your name, please?
Bhagyashree.
Bhagesh. Bhagesh, see, this is just a normal Excel file what I opened. Let me open it again.
Yes, then yeah.
Yeah, see here, it's just a normal Excel file, which again, you'll be getting this file. Okay, I just opened it
Okay,
and
fine.
started working it.
Okay,
It's a
fine.
normal Excel file. We have created some
Okay, fine.
templates like this. That's it.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Any other doubts, people? Okay. So shall we proceed, guys? Keep in mind.
Is there any shortcut key for that?
Which one?
Hello?
Tell me.
Hello?
Yes, yes. I'm listening. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. You're asking.
Is there any shortcut key for this?
Have shortcut key for that. So you can use Alt
Yeah.
plus T plus O. That is, I'll just type it here. Say Alt plus T plus O. Okay. If you type this, so what will happen? I'll get this option here like this. See, Alt plus T plus O. I'll go to Advanced, and then I'll say Edit Custom List.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Guys, okay. So one more thing, though it looks very simple, there are a lot of things what we'll be working on this. This will be working again in the further chapters. Okay. So you might think that this is very basic, but I'm telling you guys, this is a flow what you should learn about how to work on Excel, because you guys are here to learn about how to create reports, or say how to work on reportings. So these things play a very important role. Okay, practice this very much. It looks very simple, but when you're practicing, you might find little confusion. I'm not telling that it's complex, but you might find little confusions which will get cleared when you start practicing it. And these files will be shared with you. Okay, fine. Next example we'll see. Next chapter will be copy and paste. Now people will be thinking, what is there in learning copy and paste? Okay, there are a lot of things in reportings what you have to learn about copying and pasting. So what is that? Let's discuss. So copying and pasting is what? Just say Control C and Control V. Let's say Control C and Control V. Right? Most of them actually work on these kind of job only, which is actually very boring if I'm asking you guys. right? Copying and pasting is one of the boring job. People, hate that job to do. Copy and paste into some templates, a lot of things, and again something goes wrong, and again you have to delete that, and you have to type it. Don't worry about that. I'll teach you something called as copy and paste special. Okay, what is this paste special? Yes, copy and paste everyone know. Control C, Control V. But what is this copy paste special? Fine. Let's assume that I have a template like this. And if I double click here, I have a formula. So what will happen is, let me copy this. With a simple copy and paste, I'll say Control V. Can you see that? Something happened here. So what happened? I'm getting some wrong result or something, say some errors. Why this is coming? Let's check. When you go and check this, there is a formula which is referring something here. But when I'm checking here, see, it is trying to refer something and still I have a formula. I don't require a formula here. I just want only the values. So what I have to do, let me go here. I'll copy this. While pasting, I'll not say Control V. I will say paste special. So if you go here, I can either right click or say I right click. I'll say paste special, or I'll go here, say paste and say paste special, or use shortcut key, that is Alt plus E plus S. Alt E S. Let me copy again. I'll use the shortcut key Alt E S. See, I got this dialog box. It says paste special, and there are so many options. Don't get confused or say panic. There's so many options. How will I do? I'll explain most of the commonly used paste special options. Again, see, when I'm pasting, some people say, sir, I'm not getting the paste special dialog box. Why it will not come? Because if you are pasting something, you have to copy something. Let's go here. Can you see that? I've not copied anything. How will I know that whether I've copied something? See, it's very simple. Can you see the mark Q here? If you see this mark Q, that means there is something you have copied. If there is no mark Q, that means, see, nothing is there in my clipboard now. So you cannot use paste special. See, Alt S, I'm not getting. So keep in mind, whenever I'm actually trying to paste something, use Alt S. Check this. The mark Q is happening. Alt ES. Now I'll say paste as values. This is very commonly used option, values. That means I'm trying to paste it as values. See, when I say okay, see, it copied and pasted, but there is no formula. Fine. Okay, this is paste as values. Let's go to some more examples. I'll say formats. Formats means I'm trying to format a table. When I say formatting a table, what will happen? Say here I need to give some borders, say coloring of these, cell, or say change the font. So many things I have to do. Instead, what I'll do is, already there is some table which are formatted. See, so what we'll do, I'll just copy this, the formatted table. Copy this. I'll go here. I will select this table completely. Again, I'll say Alt ES. This time I'll not say values. If you say values, all these values will be pasted here. Now I don't want to paste the values. I want to paste only the format. I'll say format and say okay. See, the complete table got formatted. That means I didn't put extra efforts on that to select, put borders, change font, color, anything. It just pasted the format. Okay, fine. Next, let's go to this column width. Let's assume I have a table which I've created, but here in many sheets I'm actually creating a table, but the column width is not same. When I'm actually formatting, I have to go and I have to check this, say column width, say home, then I'll say format. Here I'll say column width. I have to check this, say 9. Then again I have to manually change it. Don't do that. How will I actually do it quickly? I can use this copy paste special option. Say, let's assume that I have a table which is formatted with fixed column width. Copy this. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, see, select this table, Alt ES. Now I'll select this column width and say okay. I'll have the same column width what is there in this table. Now if you want to cross check, let's go to this. It says sales rep. So here, let's check the column width here. Column width, it says 15. Now let's go and check this. Format, column width, see, it is 15. You go and check any of the column, it will be similar. Say, I'll go here, sales, format, column width, oh, it's also 15. So all are 15, I guess. So if you want, what we'll do, we'll try to increase one of the column. Let's take this heading, just increase this. Now let me copy this. Again, we'll paste it. Alt ES, column width. Say OK. See now, let's check the sales rep. The column, format, the column width, 23.57. Let's check this. Format, column width, say 23.57. Right? So this is column width. That means I'm just copying, I'm trying to paste the column width instead of values. Fine. The next one. Now please concentrate here, all of you. This is little confusing, but this is very important and very interesting as well. I'll tell you what it is. Let me just make a backup of these two columns. Just a backup. I'm just saying Control C and Control V. Let it be here aside. Now let's assume that this is my monthly report. I've already completed. I'm yet to submit it to my client. My client is calling and saying, see, there is some data which has to be updated, which I'm sending it to you. Please update that in these two columns, that is units and sales. The data is submitted by the client like this. And if you see, the client is saying there are things to be done with this thing. These are the data which has to be replaced here. Given some blank data here, wherein these cells should not be changed. That means this has to retain from year till year. Again, he's saying this should be changed and this should be changed. Wherever data is there, that has to be replaced. Wherever data is not there, that should not be replaced. Okay, there are many ways what I can do. So what we'll do, usually we'll copy this, then we'll paste it here. Then again, we'll scroll down, copy this, and we'll paste it here. This is easy when I have very less data. That is one or two places I can just update it. What if I have 1,000, say 10,000, say 20,000 records like this, which has to be replaced? It is very, very difficult. So in that case, how can I do this quickly? So we have something called as the paste special skip blanks. So what is the skip blanks? Let me copy the entire data, say Control C. Now let me go top and I'll say Control V. If I say Control C and Control V, there is a problem. So what is that? Let's scroll down. Can you see that? Even the blanks has been replaced. I don't want to replace this blank. That is what my requirement was. So how to do that? Let's do it from beginning. Say Control C. Copied. Let's scroll up. Now I'll go here. I'll say Alt ES. Can you see this? The dialog box. Now I'll say paste as values so that the format will be retained. Even if you're not giving this, also not a problem here because you have the same formats here, but while selecting, select this skip blanks. This option, skip blanks, what it will do is, here I have these blanks, this will be ignored while pasting. Now let me say OK. If I say OK, see, it got pasted. Let's go and check this. Can you see this? This part is not replaced and this part is replaced. You can see the old data also. That's why I just took the backup. See, this is the old data. This is the new data which got pasted with this. See, again here nothing has been changed, and here again things are changed like this. So whenever you have any kind of requirement like this, don't do it manually, doing one by one. Just copy and paste it such a way that you will ignore these blanks and then paste only where the data is available. Okay, fine. Next, if you have any doubts, I will give time after this chapters, then you can discuss on the doubts. Operation. Let's assume I have some data like this. Now I want to do some calculation on this. Let's say I want to divide this by 12. So one way is what I'll do. I'll take a formula here. Say divided by 12 and I'll drag it down. This is one way, but I can also do it by using copy and paste. So how to do this by copy and paste? What I'll do is somewhere any of the cell, just type the number what you want to do the calculation. I'll say 12. This is what my requirement was. Let me just make a backup of it and I'll paste it here. Copy this, the one which I need to do the operation. Let me select this and I'll say Alt ES. Again, paste special. Here what I'll do, I have options here. Say operation, I can add, subtract, multiply, divide. Now my operation was to divide. Let's say divide. Now if I say OK, what will happen is whatever format was there in this cell which I've copied, that will be pasted along with this division. See, if I say OK, see the format here, it is formatted. I'll say OK. See, I will lose the format, but the calculation is done. I want to do the calculation, but I have to retain the format. So what I have to do? Let's say I'll go here, Alt ES. Now here, click on this values. That means I'm taking only values from this cell, not the formats. And then I'm trying to divide. I'll say OK. See, the format is retained. Along with that, the calculation is done. Again, one more thing you should keep in mind when I'm doing this way of calculation, you will not have the formula. The data is replaced. When I'm using a formula, see here, this one, say 12. See, I'll get a formula here. Don't worry about how to write this formula. That will be learning tomorrow. Okay. See, if I'm having a formula here, the cell will be a different one. That's why I just made a copy of it so that this will not get replaced. If I would have used this directly, this value would have been replaced and I'll not get back that result if I save and close the file. Okay. This is operation. Next, one more option is transpose. Transpose means, so what will happen? I have a data in column wise. I need to paste the data. I need to move the data into row wise. Say this data what I have, it should be pasted in row wise. So what I'll do, I'll go here, I will copy this and I'll say paste. Don't say Control V, again Alt ES. Here what we'll do, here I have this transpose and I'll say okay. See, the data is pasted from column wise to row wise. This is transpose. Transpose means moving the direction, that is from column to row or row to column. Now suppose if I copy this and if I go here, say Alt ES, and if I say transpose, see, again it will get back to this option. Now I want the same column width, so what should I do? Copy this and say Alt ES, the column width, we saw this, say okay. Can you see that? It will have the same format of the table. These are the different paste special options which are available. This is very important when you're actually copying data from one source to another source and format it or paste it in different formats or from formulas to values. Okay, so any doubts, please unmute and please ask me. Yes, any doubts? People, you're able to hear me, right?
Yeah. Hi, Vibhor here.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. When I'm typing Alt ES, then it is opening a window replace.
Hmm?
Why is it for?
No, I didn't get what?
I am trying to open that special paste option,
Yes,
and I'm typing Alt ES.
yes.
So it's opening find and replace. Why is it?
No. You have to copy and say Alt ES. First copy and say
Okay.
Alt ES. Don't use Control ES. Alt ES.
Okay.
Get the option. Yeah. Any other doubts? Can I proceed? People? There is no doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Okay. But don't worry, today we'll not have more of technical things. So tomorrow you'll have very interesting topic, that is a formula. So today it will be like very simple things like this. Okay, fine. The next chapter is how to format the data. Okay, this formatting again, it's very simple. It's completely non-technical. But why should we learn? Because you have to format the presentation, or say the data what you're actually using when you're giving it to your client or to your managers or to the senior members. Okay, let me just open the file here. Okay, guys, just see this data. It's a complete raw data wherein it is not formatted. Now if I give this to my client or say to my seniors, it looks very odd. I need to format this. Why should we format? Because it should be very presentable. And again, keep in mind, not all the data has to be formatted. If it is a raw data, which is just for using for some other purpose, then don't try to format it and waste time. Formatting has to be done only when you feel that that has to be presented, right? Okay. Now I'll tell you what are things you should actually take care while formatting your data. It is very simple, and again I'm telling you, this is not much of technical things what you should actually think about. It is all about how you present your data. That's all. Okay, fine. First thing is you should understand the data should not actually go out of your column. Let's see, can you see that it's getting cut here? You're not able to read. So you have to read the data completely. If you see here, can you see that administration here, the data is getting cut. Here also it is getting cut. This should not happen. And here I'm seeing that it's a lot of space here. And you can see that it's very congested here. The space is not there. So these are some of the things what is happening here. So what I have to do here, I have to make sure that the data is readable. That is the first and foremost thing. The first thing what you have to think about in the data, because I have to read the data. So how to make it? What I'll do is, see here, you can increase the column width like this. See, can you see the cursor here? I can increase this like this. So how to do that? What I'll do, let me select this completely. See, I'll go here, I'll move my cursor onto this column. The cursor will change, see, to the arrow mark, and I will select this. Just double click on any of this divider. This is called as auto fit. So what it will do, it will take the maximum column width and it will adjust the data. Now if you see, still it is actually giving me the exact column width. So what I'll do, I'll try to increase this. See, just increase a bit. Yes, now the column wise I am able to read the data, but can you see that here the row wise it is very congested? So what we have to do, we have to give space row wise as well. So what I'll do, let me select this data. As I told you, say Control Shift down arrow, I can select this. Now what we'll do, we'll go here and we'll take this home and I'll go to this format and I'll say row height. Usually what we do is we take the row height from 18 to 20. I'll say 20. Say enter. See, I got some space here. Can you see that? Now the table has been expanded column wise and row wise. The next step is what I'll do, I'll put the border. Now I'll select this table, say Control Shift right arrow, Control Shift down arrow. Selected. Now I'll tell you one more shortcut key, that is Control plus 1. Control plus 1. This Control plus 1 shortcut key, always keep in mind in Excel, it's a very commonly used shortcut key. Control plus 1. Anything if you want to format, just say Control 1, enough. It can be an object, it can be a chart, it can be a cell, it can be a range, anything. It can be one pivot table, it can be pivot charts. Just select and say Control 1. It will give me the formatting option of the selected objects or tables or cells or columns or whatever, right? Let's go here again. I'll show you. Select this, I'll say Control 1. See, once I say control 1, can you see that? I got this dialog box, the formatting cell dialog box. Yes. Now I told you first let's put the border. Go to this border. Now when I'm adding this border, here I have the style. Here I have all the presets. Presets in the sense it will show me how actually it's like a preview. And here I have this color. And this is also very important when I'm actually working on any template. Make sure that you use a proper color. Don't give whatever color you need. So some people I've seen using all this yellow color or say very red, say fluorescent colors. Don't do that. When you're actually using this professional data, make sure that you will use some decent colors. Let's say my template actually uses this shades. I'll take this, and here I have the style. So you can choose your own style. Usually what I do is I'll take this thin straight line. We call it as solid fill. This is called as dotted line. This is solid line. Solid line means there is no break. Dotted line means we'll have all this dotted like this. And here I'll say outline, and here I'll say inside. See, this is the preview what I get. That means the table is formatted like this. I'll say okay. See, it gets formatted like this. Fine. Next, you can see that the data is actually touching this line, right? Once I put the border, now I can see that it's getting touched by this line, and even vertically also the data is getting touched here. So this is also not good. Though it is readable, let's try to format this by aligning now. The next is after border, let's say I'll try to align. So what I'll do, I'll go here. Can you see this? Here I have something called as middle align. So what this middle align will do, it will align horizontally like this. See, I'll click on this, just observe. Now it is actually touching this line. I'll click on this middle. See, it is going in middle like this. Fine. Okay. Next, we have to separate your heading with the data. Why we should do? Because always the heading should be highlighted. So it should be different from your data. It should not be red with heading and the data. So heading should be different. So how will I do that? What I'll do is I'll highlight this by giving some color like this. And since it is dark color, I'll use a light font color and make sure that your heading is center aligned. And again, guys, there is no rule of, you have to format like this only. Formatting can be done by your own thoughts, but make sure that it is readable, presentable. Okay, fine. Next, we aligned it middle so that the data is not getting touched here. Next, what we'll do, we'll see how we can align this vertically. Can you see that it's getting touched in this border? Now what I'll do, let me select this, and here I have something called as indent. Let me click on this indent. See, I got this space. Please do not give space like this. Some people have the habit of giving space like this. Never do that, because when I'm adding a space, that means I'm adding a character for that particular data. So what will happen when I add a character for that? Next, when you're actually working on some formulas, or say some VLOOKUP formulas, or trying to compare with the data, you will get wrong results. Okay, please make sure that you will not add space there. How will I give space? Select, and here I'll say indent. See, I got the indent. Now let's go and select this. Here I have a similar number. Let's say here I have 5 to 6 values, and all the values are same. So I can use center align like this. It looks good. If you think that it's very congested, you can still increase the data like this. Now select this. Since all are actually text, I'll say indentation like this. See, it got formatted. So quickly we could actually do the formatting like this. It looks very good. Few steps if you actually follow. Say Control+1 is one shortcut key. Make sure that you use this. Say select the data, the Control+1, and use the borders, use the colors, and try to make the heading and data separate by highlighting this heading, and then try to align this middle align and try to use indentation wherever required. Okay, this is of the very simple table. Let's go here. I have one more table here. See, this is a very simple data, very simple data here. But see, compared to this is very small table. But if you see here, this has got more options to work on. So how to work on these kind of table, I'll tell you. See, one is I have a company name, other one is I have one heading, then I have this table heading, then I have some data, and here I have this total as well. So how to format this? What you do, first try to give the space. I'll go here, say boom, and then I'll say format, row height, I'll make it 20, right? First step I did. Next step, what I'll do, let me give the borders. Say control 1, and here I'll select, and I'll give the border. Fine. Now I know where the data is actually getting cut, or say it is increasing or decreasing. You see, fine. Now let's study the table as well. Can you see this? All these columns, 5 columns, talk about some numbers. Let's say it is about sales. See, but if you see the column width here is different from this one. All these are same entities, so these should have the same column width. So how to do? Let me go to this view and say headings. I will select this. As I told you, I can have this auto fit, or if you just drag this like this, see, all the columns will have same column width. If you want to do that, say select and say just select all this, say drag, you'll get the same column width. If you still want to have a specific measurement, then select this, boom, and say format, column width. See here, it says 16. Let's say I want 15, just type 15 and say okay, see, fine. Now, since I told you this is touching this border, select this, I'll use middle align. Then the heading should be center aligned, and as I told you, the heading should always be highlighted. So what I'll do, can you see this? Select this, they should be center aligned. I'll use this merge. What merge will do is it'll merge the cells, that is, it'll combine this and it'll make it center. See, merge and center. See, we got it center. Next one, say this one. Let me take this and say merge and center. I'll select all these 3 rows, make it bold, and try to give some shading as well. So what I'll do, I'll select this. This is the main say name. So we'll take this shadings, select this, and I'll make it white color. Now don't go and give all these kind of colors. See, it looks very shabby. See, don't give colors as you wish. If I'm using this contrast colors, just try to use these colors only. See, I'll go here and select this, then select this within the same list. See, I'll select one more color like this. See, it looks good now. Now I have this total. Let's say I need to highlight the total. Let me make it bold, and I will highlight this as well with some light colors like this. Next is about the alignment. I can select this. I can either make it center or say right alignment or something. Select this and say indentation. See, quickly we're able to format it like this. See, it got formatted. So likewise, I can use this formatting option, which will help me in looking very good, say presentable data. And about the text formats or say number format, there's a separate chapter itself that we'll discuss when we come to this, say number formatting. Now we are trying to understand how to format the cells and present the data. Okay, any doubts in this, people? We can unmute and you can ask. Yes, hello, you guys are there?
No, nothing.
No doubts? There's nothing technical actually, but guys, I'm telling you, practice this as well if you are into reportings, because this play a very important role when you're actually showing your data. Okay, again, I'm telling you, this is nothing very technical. Okay, so yeah, sorry.
So you're recording it, right?
Yes, I'm recording it.
So you'll be sending the video to us today?
Yes. Both.
Okay, thank you.